Never wait for hot water again with a tankless water heater from Plumbing Experts. Tankless water heaters are easy, convenient, and now more affordable with a no-interest financing for up to 18 months. Stop with the cold showers and wasted water and call Plumbing Experts today.
There's your weather video for this Sunday, December the 15th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray. We've got severe weather to talk about. Let's get to it. First, we've got some fog out there across the area, especially across southern parts of Alabama. Visibility's in the US 80 corridor down there, Selma, Marion, places like that over to Auburn are in the quarter mile, 3/10 of a mile, that area. So dense fog is present across south central Alabama. The fog a little less pronounced across the north central part of the state, although visibility's in some places under 3 miles. Low clouds across the area too. It's going to be hard to shake those today. Here's the upper air picture, 30,000 feet, showing a developing trough over the western United States, a bit of a ridge over the rest of the country. Here in Alabama, we've got lots of moisture that is being pumped into the state, already producing the low clouds and fog. They'll be with us most of the day today. Most folks in the upper 50s to low 60s, but we should be dry. High pressure remains in control for now across the state. As you can see, ridging from high pressure there in Minnesota all the way down through Alabama and into Florida. There is a cold front analyzed this morning across the central part of the state, but that's a bit of a stretch there. It's hard to see that front very much. You won't know the difference on either side of it as we go through the day today, though we stay cloudy, mostly dry. I think a few showers begin to show up late tonight. This is the European, which will be my model of choice for today, showing pre-dawn precipitation possibilities. There will be a little bit of cape there, not picking up on any lightning on the European, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit of elevated thunder. And by that I mean thunderstorms that their base is not near the surface. Can produce some pretty loud thunder. Don't be shocked if you hear a little bit of that somewhere in that rain area early Monday morning. And don't be alarmed, because those storms will not be the ones that we're concerned about. Showers continuing through the morning hours on Monday. This is precipitation off the European from 6 a.m. to noon. Some showers and thunderstorms in the area for sure, but not anything major. Now, the action starts later in the day. Low pressure trying to get itself organized there from northern Louisiana, eastern Arkansas, up into western Tennessee. As you can see, precipitation breaking out ahead of that. And this is that instantaneous flash product off of the European, showing a good bit of lightning, broken line of thunderstorms moving into western Alabama. Now, our timing, somewhere between 4 p.m. on Monday afternoon to 6 a.m. Tuesday morning in the southeast around Auburn, because there's going to be a fairly protracted, slow-moving system that will be going through the area. Now, focusing on 6 p.m. is sort of our time of choice here. Cape values pretty decent off the European, somewhere in the 500 to 700 range, a little stronger back in Mississippi. You'll see why. The SPC and the Weather Service in Birmingham calling for an enhanced risk of severe weather, one level above slight over western Alabama, all of Alabama in the threat area. It'll be windy tomorrow, not really sustained winds, but gusts occasionally, times 25 miles an hour. You'll know they're there. Dew points are going to climb slowly through the day on those southerly winds, and the European showing at 6 p.m. Well, really, this is 8 p.m. Monday night. Dew points maxing out there around 64, 65 degrees area southwest of Birmingham. I think that'll be a key area to watch. 925 millibars up there, somewhere around 2,500, 3,000 feet, showing very strong winds, strong southwesterly jet, that producing some significant shear values, and that will produce the possibility of tornadoes. This is a point sounding in Tuscaloosa County around 6 p.m. tomorrow night, using the 3-kilometer NAM, the high-resolution NAM, which seems to be fairly in lockstep with the European, showing Cape values around 1,000 joules per kilogram. Maybe that's a little bit high, but also showing surface to 1 kilometer relative velocity over 324 meters squared per second squared. And of course, that really tells us right there that we could have some tornadoes. All modes of severe weather threat on the board for Monday night, particularly damaging winds with that strong low-level jet. We'll also have potential for hail with some decent lapse rates, especially off the 3-kilometer NAM. You can see those, and marginal risk of a tornado or two. That significant tornado parameter off that point sounding there was a 2, and that gets our attention. Now, later in the evening, or later into Monday night, early Tuesday morning, I'm not sure we don't get into a worsening situation. Places like Selma, Montgomery, northeast from there through the I-85 corridor, maybe to the west of that. So we're going to have to watch that very closely. An impulse moving along to the north of the front, and the low pressure system may enhance that activity after midnight Monday night. I don't have any graphics really showing that here, but the NAM shows that significant tornado parameter sort of going kind of crazy there after midnight in that area between Birmingham, Auburn, Montgomery, maybe over to Selma. So we'll have to watch that very closely. Of course, we'll be watching it thoroughly through the day on Monday. Of course, the rest of the day today too, but keeping you apprised and up with you all night tomorrow night. Doesn't it always seem these things come in the middle of the night? Well, here's the European for Tuesday. The front is on through central Alabama. Precipitation is beginning to end for areas north and west of I-59. It'll be ramping down during the afternoon hours over the southeastern parts of the state, and it will be turning colder. High temperatures on Tuesday will probably be in the lower 60s, but that's very misleading because those will come right around midnight. Temperatures falling or steadily falling, or really slowly falling through the day into the low 40s by mid-morning. They'll kind of hang there through the day, have a hard time rising up at all, if any, and fall into the 30s pretty quickly. Tuesday night we'll have freezing temperatures by Wednesday morning. This is the European Wednesday at noon, showing high pressure firmly in control of Alabama's weather. High temperatures on Wednesday, struggling to get out of the 40s. We'll be probably in the middle 50s on Thursday, a little bit better. High pressure still in control. Another system rambles by here late Friday, Saturday, gives us another chance of rain. You don't see it really well here on the European. It's a little more pronounced on the GFS, and we'll see how that goes. But we'll call for chance of rain late Friday night into early Saturday from that fairly fast-moving system. Moving on out to Christmas Eve. This is 6 p.m. on December 24th. Santa's ramping up his activities, getting ready to fly, and it looks like he'll have fairly smooth sailing across much of the United States. Have some activity, higher elevation snows in Arizona, southern Utah, but rain in other places out there. But here in Alabama and the southeastern United States, we are fairly high and dry. And the good news is Santa won't encounter any really cold temperatures over Alabama. Looking out long range on the GFS, showing temperatures in the 60s. Really 50s for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but ramping up after that. That week afterwards, temperatures in the 60s, overnight lows in the 50s, and we will take that. Now, some rain coming in toward the end of that period. Probably 3/4 of an inch out of this next system. Another inch or so coming out of the system that's going to be affecting us there during that warmer period right after the holidays. Well, that is your weather video for this 15th of December. I'll be back next Sunday. Of course, we'll have 2-a-days all week with James, and Scott will be back next Saturday morning, but we'll have notes on the blog every day. Lots of frequent updates tomorrow to keep you updated. Check that severe weather safety plan. Get it out and dust it off. Of course, we know severe weather is possible any time of the year here in Alabama, but we do sort of observe a secondary maximum here in November and December, so it is something to keep our eyes on very carefully. Don't panic, just be prepared. Well, until I get together with you next Sunday, I hope that you have a great week, and as I always say, keep an eye to the sky, because you'll always have something fun to look at.
KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.